Hello everyone, my name is Ogeneti Jiri Mamogo and you are welcome to Okskem Academy. Now if you are new to my channel, kindly hit the subscription button below, also like, share and of course avail yourself to the lessons so as not to be left behind. Welcome back. So in today's lesson, we're going to be learning how to solve problems under ideal gas equation. In our previous lessons, we have been going over the different types of gas laws, your Charles, your Boyle's, your Gelugas law. In case you are yet to watch those lessons, kindly check them out on my channel. They are titled Calculations under Boyle's law, Charles law, etc. Okay, so but for today's class, we're going to be solving problems under ideal gas equation. Now when you are dealing with ideal gas equation is a combination of Avogadro's law and Boyle's law. Okay, so you have your P, your V, your N, your arrow. So ideal gas equation has to do with your pressure, your volume, your temperature and your number of moles. So these are the parameters that we deal with when we are solving for ideal gas equation. So we're going to be solving these three questions on the board and I believe we'll be able to understand. So let's go. Number one, the question says a certain amount of gas occupies 5.0 dm cube at 2 atm and 10 degrees Celsius. Calculate the number of moles present. Now, how do we know that this is an ideal gas equation? Because it has to do with volume, it has to do with pressure, and it has to do with number of moles. An arrow is also there. So when you see a question that looks like this, automatically know that this is an ideal gas question. So let us solve. Remember I said first things first, write out your formula. So what's the formula for solving ideal gas equation? It is PV equals to N arrow T. So if you can memorize this formula, solving these problems will be very easy for you. So the formula is what? PV equals to N arrow T. So what's our next step after writing our formula is to write it our what? Parameters. So we have our P, our V, our N and our arrow and T. So what is our pressure according to the question? Remember ATM is a unit of pressure, so our pressure is what? 2. So what's our volume? Our volume is what? 5.0 dm cube. So what is our number of moles? Remember the question says calculate number of moles. I should have first started with discovering the one that we're looking for first. Okay, so we're going to put a question mark here. So we're looking for N. So now that we've done that, what is our arrow? Arrow is constant. So but we're given arrow in the question and we're told that arrow is what? 0.082 atm dm cube per Kelvin per mole. So that is our arrow. Then what's our temperature? 10 degrees Celsius. But remember, when we are solving calculations under gas laws, Celsius must be converted to what? Kelvin. So I'm going to be saying 10 plus 273. Okay, so 10 plus 273 is 283 Kelvin. So we have converted. Now that we have done this, we can now make N subject of what? The formula. So how do we do that? N will now be equal to, like I said, the one that N is attached to goes under. So N is attached to RT, so RT goes under, and your PV goes on. So I hope you understand. So N will now be equal to, so you substitute, wherever you see P, you put a value. So 2 times V, 5.0, all over, arrow is what? 0.082 times your Kelvin, which is 283. So let's quickly do that with our calculator. Answer is equal to 0.431 moles. So that's our answer, 0.431 moles. Okay, so you see that it's actually very easy. So let's take the second question. The second question says 2.0 moles of an ideal gas at a temperature of minus 13 degrees Celsius and a pressure of what? 2 atm. What volume in dm cube will the gas occupy at that temperature? Okay, so we're giving arrow. So first things first, your formula PV equals to what? N arrow T. So you write out your parameters, your P, your V, your N, your arrow, and your T. So our P according to first things first, what are we looking for? The question says what volume. So we'll put a question mark in volume. So P is what? 2 atm. N is what? We're giving number of moles, 2.0 moles, so 2.0, and arrow is constant, 0.082, and then we're giving temperature as minus 13. in Celsius. So we'll be converting minus 13 to Kelvin, that is plus 273. So that is, our answer will now be, so let's do that. Minus 13 plus 273 is 260. So 260 Kelvin. So that is our answer for conversion of temperature. Now that we have done this, we can now make V subject of the formula. So as I said, whatever is attached to what you are looking for goes under. So meaning that our formula becomes N arrow T over V. So P over P rather. So V is equal to N arrow T over P. So we'll put our values where it is. So N is what? 2.0 times arrow is 0.082 times our temperature is what? 260 all over. Our P is what? 2. So let's quickly do that calculation. So, and our answer is 21.32. So the question says volume, and it said the volume should be in what? dm³. So our answer will be in dm³. I hope you understand. So it's 21.32 dm³. So that is it. So attempt to solve the third question, pause the video, then play it back to see if you were correct. If you were correct, let me know in the comment section below. I really appreciate that. So let's solve the last question. So for the last question, it says calculate the volume occupied by 4.045 times 10 raised to the power 23 molecules of N2O4 gas at 300 Kelvin and 700 millimeter mercury pressure. So we can solve in the same formula. Write the formula PV equals to nRT. Write your parameters. Okay. So our P, according to the question, is what? 700. Remember, millimeter mercury is a unit of pressure. So P is 700. Our V. Now, what are we looking for? Volume. So put a question mark on V. Then our number of moles was given as 4.045 times 10 raised to the power 23. Mind you, this is a wide question. Okay, and then our arrow was not given. So you see that you need to know your arrow by heart. But from our previous question, we know that our arrow is 0.082. Okay, and then our temperature is what? 300 K. So you see that temperature was already given in Kelvin, so there is no need to convert. So you simply write in 300. Okay, so now that we have done that, we can now make V source of the formula. So what is it? V is equal to nRT over P. Remember, the one that is attached to goes under. So once we have done this, we can now substitute our values. Our N is what? So I think we have to come down. Okay, so let's come down. So N, so from this formula we're coming down. So N is what? 4.045 times 10 raised to the power 23 times our arrow is what? 0.082, and our T is what? 300 over, then our P is what? 700. So I'm going to leave this answer blank. So do that with your calculator, solve it and drop it in the comment section below. So you can see that these calculations are actually very easy. All you just need is to practice, practice and practice. Please, if you have any concerns or questions concerning what I've taught, let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you have specific questions you would like me to explain to you or make a video on, also let me know in the comment section below. I remain your tutor, Ogenetiju Mamoko. Have a wonderful day.